Alright, hi everyone, welcome back. It's been a little while since I've done a recording, but today I'm going to tell you about the Skybox Autographic series. Mainly the ones up until about 2001. After that, again, there was no Hakeems past there, but this will be general knowledge about all of the sets. I'll have pictures of the Hakeems to show you, but the knowledge will be just about pretty much all of them. So starting with the one that's on the screen right now, the 96-97 Skybox Premium. This came with a blue autograph version, which you see here, and a black autograph version. Interesting fun fact about that, Hakeem and Scottie Pippen signed all of theirs in blue ink only. So most other players only signed 100, the first 100 in blue ink, and the remainders in black. Except for Kevin Garnett, who also autographed 2/3 of his cards in blue ink and the remainders in black. So you'll never find a Hakeem or a Scottie Pippen in black ink, and you won't find very many Kevin Garnetts in black ink. These were randomly inserted in all of the Skybox sets from 96-97 in 1 in 72 packs. The numbered versions the versions in blue ink, where there's 100 of them, they were more scarce. I can't find any detail about how much more. They were inserted in Hoops Series 1 and 2, Skybox Series 1 and 2, Skybox Z-Force Series 1 and 2, Skybox EX2000. And these cards are particularly prone to chipping on the edges, and they can go a little bit fuzzy. A few things that you'll notice is that they're pretty much the same styling throughout, with just a little bit of different colouring to different players. And the Skybox logo is stamped on the card. That's how you can tell the authenticity. Alright, moving into the next year, which is 98-99 Autographics. These were inserted in again in all the Skybox products, but at much different amounts per product. So depending on which product you were getting, they were very, very different. The Hoops were 1 in 144 packs. Skybox Metal was 1 in 68. Skybox Molten Metal was 1 in every 24 packs. So if you're chasing this, the Molten Metal would be the product to buy. Skybox Premium Series 1 was 1 in 68. Skybox Premium Series 2 was 1 in 112 packs. Skybox Thunder was 1 in 24, and Skybox EX2002 was 1 in every 18 packs. If you can get your hands on that product, you will probably find one of these, but that's a very expensive box to go out and find. Some fun facts about this set is that Iverson signed equal amounts in both black and blue ink, and all rookies were originally available via redemption, but were inserted into packs live in later releases. The redemption for these cards was June 1, 1999, and there was also a second version of this card, which was numbered to 50. As you can see, they were a hand-numbered card by Skybox. I could not find any detail about how scarce these ones were, but they were harder to find. And the same thing, Iverson signed an equal amount instead of just the 50. So if you can get hold of one of these out of 50s, they are quite rare to find, as anything numbered out of 50 from the 90s are. Moving on to the next year, so the 99-2000. This is probably my personal favourite set. Again, extremely prone to chipping, and you won't see very many high grades in this. These were randomly inserted in all the products as well. 113 card set, and there were rookies and veterans. The cards were inserted in all products 1 in 68, except for Hoops Decade, which were 1 in 144. Metal, which was 1 in 96, and Skybox Impact, which was 1 in 288 packs. So if you're chasing it, Skybox Decade and Impact are not the products to buy. There was also a blue ink version of this, and this one actually has a bit of a purple blue foil on it. You can only just see a little bit of it on the writing here, but also hand numbered to 50. again, these were more rare, but there was no detail released about how rare these ones were. And the same thing, they were inserted in the same packs, and there's just no detail out about it. Alright, the next year, the 2000 and 2001 set is a very, very different looking set for Autographics. Probably not one of people's favourite sets. I think Skybox probably missed the mark a little bit with these. They're still a nice card, nice clean autographs, but there were many variations of this particular card, so there's no detail out that I can find about pack odds or anything on these, but I believe they were inserted in pretty much all the Fleer products, the same as before. And you had this version, which was the standard version. Then you had the silver version, which is numbered to 250. Not a lot of difference between any of these versions, except for the numbering on the side. And then you also had the gold version, which was numbered to 50. So obviously the gold version is far more rare. But in this set there was a particular rare variation of the gold and the silver versions. There's not a lot of information out about this set, but I've managed to track down some pretty interesting stuff. So this rare set that I'm talking about is called the SSD, or the Signed, Sealed, Delivered, and that is only able to be seen by that stamp sitting right there on this card. Now, the interesting fun fact about this particular product, you're looking at the silver one here. This one should not be looking like it is, because every single one of these ones that was made or stamped was graded, and graded by BGS. So the SSD silver version, there should only be 30 of each player. Well, the Hakeem anyway. I'm not sure if it is every single player. I haven't researched every single player on this. It could take a long, long time. I believe that the 30 ones that were stamped were not additional ones made, so they were 30 of the original 250. You can check up your Beckett pop lists on this, and they're sequentially numbered, and they are the only versions of this card. So Skybox had them graded as soon as they stamped them. So you're looking at, this is technically a 1 of 30, not 63 of 250. So the gold, much, much rarer again. You can see the SSD stamp quite clear on this one. This is a graded one. You can't see the rest of the slab, as I don't want people to see the numbers. But the gold ones were even rarer again. The gold ones were only 10, and again sequentially numbered, graded by Beckett. So essentially there's 10 of the gold in the SSD and 40 of the gold not stamped. So these are all the Autographics that I look at in my collection. There was a couple more years of Autographics after this, before Skybox and Fleer folded. They weren't anywhere near as popular as any of these, but I hope you guys enjoyed the little bit of information about this. If you guys do happen to track down the SSD version of any player, they are very, very rare and very, very hard to find. So you're very lucky if you own any of them, if you're lucky enough to have bought one and you didn't know. If you have a graded version of one of these, it is more than likely an SSD, and go back and look at it, because there hasn't been very many of the standard versions graded for any player as far as I know. So again, I just hope you guys enjoyed this, and that's a little look at the Fleer Autographics set. Thanks for your time.